What to do if you are stalling when it comes to pulling body fat off. In this example, this guy's lost 90 kg of body fat, can't really or very slowly really drop any more off, and he still can't see his abs. What should you do? That's what we're going to cover in this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tom Sergi. I run the Gorilla Platoon, which is an online physique transformation program where we get results like this. Now, this was sent in from a viewer, so first of all, thank you very much, and likewise, if you have questions, submit them in the comments, submit them in the community post, and I'll get back to them as I have started to do. I actually really enjoy these style of videos where like there's a question and an issue to speak about and solve, and wherever I can shed light on it, I will. Ultimately, if you ask a question and I don't know the answer, of course, I'm not going to make a fucking video and try and blag it. So it's just if they're questions that are going to help majority of people, and also I actually know that it can help you with the answer, otherwise I won't be able to answer it, of course. So, he says, "Hi mate, been watching your last 100 videos, probably by now. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much, honestly. The support is massively appreciated. Love your straightforward approach. I wanted to ask for some advice." You did offer. Yep, I did. You're absolutely right. I welcomed it with open arms. I have a bit of a weight loss plateau, and perhaps you can give me some advice. Started at 91 kg, 1st of April, and I'm now 72 kg. Fucking, that's a good effort, that, like. So that's 19 kg across pretty much a 6-month period, probably a bit less. So that really is good work. Really, really good work. Since the 1st of April this year, been doing 3 resistance training sessions and a week, and I've been doing 20k steps every single day a week since. Good. Yes, so far so good. I've also been tracking my weight size, and doing weekly averages. I eat around 1850 to 1900 calories a day, so I guess that's currently. The issue is I can no longer lose more than 300 to 400 grams per week, and I'd really like to get the fat loss stage over with. I took a 7-day diet break. It's 8 at maintenance in August, but that's it. Occasional refeed events, but nothing major, and no more maintenance alcohol whatsoever. Decent. Yeah, honestly, big win. If you stopped alcohol and you're taking your diet in this serious, every credit to you. Anything you share, massively appreciated. Okay, so this is what I would say. And what was really good about him, we actually had a conversation on Instagram to get a little bit more context. He sent me over photos, and photos literally tell a full story. So this is good to see. His start point here, and yeah, I'd have agreed anywhere from 30 to 35%, the back shot as well. And now he's pulled off 19 kgs. Back, it looks significantly leaner, really not that much to come off there at all. But he is holding a fair amount of body fat around the front. In fact, if you only saw the front pose, this guy still looks 100% in and around the space of 20% body fat. So there's still another 10 kg that's going to need to come off. But this guy's been dieting for best part of 6 months. Now, the first question is, why does this happen? Why does fat loss stall? Why can it not just continuously go down forever? And there comes a point where your body gets diet fatigue. It just stops responding as well. It's the same when you're in the back end of a gaining phase. Your body just stops responding to how you're using that food to essentially drive the positive energy balance on this equation and build tissue. Your body's just not as responsive to the way it's using insulin and carbohydrates. Now, your body also gets to the point where it's been dieting for that long, it just starts to slow down. It's just the way it is, where your body thinks you're fucking going to take it to absolute death of starvation. It doesn't want to feel that. And I wouldn't ever say diet longer than 6 months, to tell you the truth. 6 months is like the absolute maximum. I say 20 weeks, so 5 months pretty much. That's the maximum you want to be pushing someone for, unless they're just about to finish and they're still responsive. Of course, it depends on someone's body. If they're still responsive to dieting, this guy should still be pulling off a kilo a week when he's got that much body fat on. I appreciate it is held around the midsection predominantly compared to the back, but there's still plenty to get off there. Absolutely, there's plenty to get off. So he should still be dropping best part of a kilo if the energy balance is correct. So going back to his original point, it could be one of two things. Either you're just body is fatigued from dieting, or the energy balance is not great enough, which means you may need to go to, like, dare I say it, 1700. Problem is you're 5'10", so I bet your RMR is not far off 1700. You don't really want to go below it. So what could this guy do in this situation? Okay, imagine you're in this situation right now. You've been dieting for 6 months. You've pulled off best part of 20 kilos. But you're still not content with how you look, but your body's not responding so well. This is the way I would approach it. And it's probably not the answer that you want, but it's the answer that you're going to get, and it's the answer that which I would recommend and I would do for clients. I would now sit at maintenance for 6 weeks. Yeah, as long as 6 weeks. He did this for a week. You need longer at this amount. You need to bring the food up to maintenance for 6 weeks. Train hard, continuously train hard. Lower the cardio. I don't actually think it says if he's doing any formal cardio. And we'll come on to what his other option could be in a minute, but this is what I would do first. I would sit at maintenance for 6 weeks, train like a motherfucker, and get my body used to taking on a good amount of food again. You should only really increase by around about 2 kg over the course of that 6 weeks because of the extra weight of food being inside your body, and ideally muscle glycogen being fully replenished. After that 6 weeks, I'd then take the second run at it. And to be honest, if this guy came to me, you're going to need at least 12 weeks to get that down to 10% body fat, which he said was the goal. So 6 week maintenance break, and then probably another 12-week dietary phase. Now, that may seem quite like long and drawn out. Like you spent 19 weeks, I'm going to tell you to take 6 off. That's 25 weeks. Then another 12. That's 37 weeks. It's best part of the year is taken up from doing this. But at the end of the day, you want to go, this is like drastically out of shape to in shape. Of course, it's going to take best part of a year. Like, what do you expect? So, like, don't ever get disheartened if you need to take a diet break. It's not the absolute end of the world. It's like the equivalent of doing a bulk, expecting to get really, really big. You go through the bulk, you spent 9 months on it, your body fat accrued all the way up to about 18% body fat, and then you need to cut down. And maybe you didn't get all the tissue you were after, but that's just the way your body responded and the way it works. You're going to need to take a second run at it to get that more tissue, and more likely so in a gaining phase. In this dieting phase, it's just a little bump in the road. You're just taking a little bit off, and then you can go again. Now, if he really didn't want to do that, if he was like, no, listen, want to get to 10% now, hungry for it, mentally I don't need a diet break, what else can we do? You got 2 options here. He hasn't stated that he's doing any formal cardio, but he is doing 20k steps a day, which is no joke, really. The issue is, when you're doing 20k steps and you're 30% body fat, that works really nicely. You will drop off really well. You get down towards 20 and your scale weight is 72, you just don't weigh enough to burn enough calories like per 1,000 steps. I could get the chart up. But we'll save that for another day. So this guy needs to be doing formal cardio. He's doing 3 resistance training sessions per week. I'd then be putting him on 7 days cardio, 100%, like starting at 30 minutes straight away for 7 days. And I'd progress that to 40, then to 50, then to 60. Because this guy's got time in the schedule. He's doing 3 resistance training sessions, but he is doing mass amount of steps. I'd probably rather he brought some of his the last 5k of steps down and just went aggressive with the cardio. Heart rate 120 to 130, something that's non-impact, incline treadmill, cross-trainer bike, something that you can do daily on top of your steps, on top of your gym sessions. That's what I would do if you said to me, no, this weight has to come off, fuck your diet break, I want to keep going. That's what I would recommend. So you've got 2 options. Run a diet break, get the body responsive again to dieting. Train hard, no need to put extra cardio in. I'd shave your steps down as well. And then when I would take the second run at it, I'd absolutely be moving the needle with cardio. Because with cardio, if you do more output, you can keep your food higher. Your only other option is to go deeper into the calorie deficit, which I don't know your exact... You know what, let's work it out. Let's work out what his RMR would be. So for quick context, when we work out his RMR, we need to know 2 things. Scale weight, body fat percentage. The way we work out body fat percentage, we need to assess and visualize his front, so as we can see here, and then we're going to compare it up against this graph here, which I would say, arguably, potentially a little bit softer than this guy at 20%, so maybe you're looking, he's probably actually in around the space of about 22. So this guy's RMR, we've got you've got a good bit to play with. You got best part 1,600 calories. So you're eating, what did he say he was eating? He said he was eating 1,850 to 1,900. You got about another 200 calories to play with. You could play that card and create a greater negative energy balance. But for this guy, from a scale weight perspective, coming in at 56 for lean mass, plus 10% for that, you're going to end up around... You basically need to drop off another 10 kg to get to where you want to. So I mean, that can be done in 10 weeks, dropping a kilo a week, no problem. Ultimately, the energy balance just needs to be greater. Or you run the diet break and then go at it again. The only reason I suggest the diet break is because you've been dieting for so long that it will serve you mentally and your body physically to then take a second run at it. However, if you're up for hard, fast and aggressive, then all in. Push your cardio. You've got a bit to play with, but I'd push cardio first. Then I'd start snipping into this. Take it no lower than 1600 because that's your resting metabolic rate, amount that you need for normal daily function. And that would be my approach. So hopefully you found it useful. Let me know how you get on off the back of it, off the comments. Boys, if you found this useful, subscribe. And if you want to work directly with me, there'll be links in the description as well. And we'll see you tomorrow.